Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
All right, boys, we're here in Caveman's Corner. Ray's missing, but I got Brennan and Phil. It's great to have you guys on the eve of the Buffalo Bills making the playoffs. We're already in. Now we're going to play Miami. We're going to win the AFC East. But you guys are looking to win on K4 on January 27th. So welcome to the podcast, guys.
What's up?
Thank you.
We'll start with you, Brennan, because we haven't had you on the podcast before. How did you get into K4?
I was supposed to fight on the 17th of this month, but we got off that card and we got onto this one because of Mason. So I think it'd be cool to have a few guys in the team out there on the same card.
Awesome, man. And Phil, how'd you get on this card?
I wanted to fight in December, but I was out like a whole week for hunting. So we figured, and my teammate is fighting on this card too. So Joe figured it'd be better if we fought 27th.
Awesome. So Joe Taylor, you talk about glory fighter, glory veteran. Really good camp you guys got there. And Brojo, man, Brojo's been throwing out pros forever. They, come from Ultimate Athletics, come from Team Bomb Squad. Like, man, you guys got everybody. So you guys have two awesome teams. This time I'll start with you, Phil. How do you see this fight playing out?
I feel like he's gonna try to wrestle me as much as he can, and it's gonna be a matter if I can defend takedowns or not.
All right. What do you think about that, Brennan? How do you think the fight is going to play out?
I'm just an old man. Go out there and have some fun, see what happens, see what can make happen.
I like it. An old man, huh? How old are you, Brennan?
It's not the age of the car, it's the mileage. I'm 23 though.
23 and you're saying you're old? Dog.
Well, black belt jiu-jitsu, you know that sport takes a toll on you.
Yeah, I know, man. I've been doing it a very long time. I made my pro debut at 38, so I know, and then I fought to 43, so like I get it. Phil, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Man, so youth against a little bit less young.
Better than last time.
Yeah, better than last time. You fought old man last time. Did you smell any Bengay on him when you were in the cage with him?
What's up?
Did you smell any Bengay on Manuel when you were in the cage with him?
I did not.
Oh, all right, that's good. Did you see Phil's last fight, Brennan?
Briefly. We didn't watch the whole thing. We just kind of watched bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah. So, what did you think of his performance?
Saw a few strikes.
Be honest, please.
I saw a few strikes. We saw a few grappling exchanges. I mean, I think everybody poses a threat in their own way. Obviously, we both feel comfortable with each other. That's why we're both taking the fight.
Yeah. How do you think his grappling looked?
There was a lot of back and forth, a lot of exchanges from top and bottom in both parts. So I think a true grappler wouldn't probably have been on top and bottom, but hey, we'll find out.
All right. And Phil, did you get to see Brennan's last fight?
Saw like the minute it lasted.
Yeah. And what did you think of his last fight?
He just took him down, choked him out. There's really not much to get from it. At heavyweight too, so.
Yeah. So this fight's taking place at 185 pounds. Brendan, what do you normally walk around at?
215, 220.
215, 220. And Phil, what do you normally walk around at?
I got back from practice today. I was 185.5.
185.5. And you guys are fighting at 85, correct?
Yep.
So Phil was talking to me off air, and he was a little bit worried that you're not going to make weight, Brendan. Can you assure him that you're going to make weight?
Man, I hope my wrestling coach from high school is watching this. We had a saying that Slater always makes weight.
Yeah. I've been assuring Phil that I'm pretty sure you guys are going to make weight. I've known the Brojo guys for a long time, and you guys always come in on weight, and you guys are prepped to fight. So I really think this fight's going to happen. I think it's going to happen at 185, and I think you're both going to come in on weight. Obviously, I know Phil's going to come in on weight. Phil always makes weight too.
A little jealous there.
Yeah. Both you guys have a wrestling background. Who do you guys think is the better wrestler?
You can go first.
All right, you can go first, Brennan.
I mean, I ain't gonna throw like crazy accolades out there. I don't know what he did in high school. I was 2 seed in state my senior year. Went in there, had a lot go on, had a lot happen, took fourth. But I mean, obviously that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago for me. This guy just came out of high school, so I think when it comes to true wrestling, he's probably got an upper hand. But as you know, jiu-jitsu and wrestlers, there's a clash there at all times.
What do you think about Phil?
Aaron. I don't know. It's a little up and down. If I'm on one day, off another day. I know I've wrestled with some of the best kids like in the country and with just New York. My old high school kids were legit. One's going to West Point. His little brother's gonna go Big Ten. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, so we talk about wrestling a lot, but I mean, wrestling in a room with a singlet on is a lot different than wrestling in a cage. When we add striking, the wrestling changes. Who do you think is going to be able to establish the takedowns and top position in this fight? Is the next question that I'm really interested in. This time we'll start with you, Phil.
Probably him. I would assume. I didn't want to take him down or take Manuel down last time, but he threw the kick and it was kind of there. And then I kind of like adrenaline dumped. I was like, oh shit, I'm tired. So I just kept shooting them. That kind of compromised me.
Yeah. What about you, Brennan? What do you think?
What was the question again?
So high school wrestling is a lot different than MMA. And I said, when we add the strikes to the wrestling, who do you think is going to be able to get top position in this fight?
I mean, to me, that don't really matter. I believe in my jiu-jitsu. I believe in what my coach teaches, so top and bottom, I feel pretty comfortable. I'm just ready to get out there and see what happens and have a good time.
All right. So the next aspect of MMA is obviously going to be the striking. And Phil, you come from like a very established fighter. Like Joe Taylor is one of the best strikers in the world. He comes from Glory Kickboxing. He made a run there. He is legitimately one of the best strikers around, not just in the area, but like in the entire country. Brojo is known for their striking as well. Who do you think has a striking advantage coming into this one? And I'm going to start with you this time, Phil.
I didn't really see him strike a lot in his fight. I don't know. I feel a lot more comfortable with my striking now than I did in October. Way more comfortable. I also learned from you too, Caveman. So that's great. I would say probably me, but I haven't seen enough of this guy to know.
All right, we're going to throw that question back to you, Brennan. We got to see quite a bit of Phil stand up, and we definitely saw that he has a jaw. He ate that head kick like a champ. And how do you think the striking is going to go?
Yeah, I mean, coach just told me not to throw a jab yesterday, so we'll see if we can implement some stuff and have some fun.
Yeah. I didn't really get to see too much of your style either. You don't have to tell me this if you don't want to. I know obviously this is your opponent's right here and it's all over the internet and stuff too. It's live, but do you have that like typical Brojo style where you're using your hands to set up your takedowns, or are you looking to get more of a knockout and like play on the outside?
I think with my last fight, I don't know if you saw it, I weighed in at 208.
Yeah.
That guy weighed in at 224. So I think striking in that fight was kind of just not realistic. So went out there, had some jiu-jitsu, had some fun. But, we're at 185 now. This guy's going to hit a lot less than the guy at 225 did, hopefully. But I'm not against going out there and standing up and seeing what happens. Feel comfortable, feel confident.
So as a coach, I have a question for you. Did you have a lot of film on the guy that you were fighting last time? Why did you fight heavyweight, dude? Like at 200, what are you weighing at, 207 or 209 or something?
I think it was like 208.6. But I just want to get out there. That's one of my mindset since I came into the gym. I just want to get out there. I just want to fight. I just want to have some fun. and I wasn't having much luck finding anybody at 85 or 200 or anything catch weight. I wasn't having much luck at all, and I think it's just from the jiu-jitsu and the wrestling, my background. So got an offer at 225, and our coach and I sat down and we talked about it, came up with a game plan. We went out there and executed the game plan. We got a victory, and I think it'd be pretty cool to have a win at 225 and then come down to 85. So
yeah, are you looking to go down to 70 next?
Absolutely. I mean, it's not like a immediate thing, but we go down to 85, see how we feel, see how we can hold that weight right on 190, 195, and then 70 is definitely not out of the picture in the future.
All right, and then Phil, you said you're walking around 85. Are you gonna come on down to 70 later? Or are you gonna look to stay at 85 and get a little bit bigger? What's your plans for the future for your weight?
Depends, because if he just there'll be a size disadvantage in the cage, the 27th. There's no mistake about that. I'll be 187. He'll probably be up to 195, probably, I would assume. So it all depends how it goes. If I feel power disadvantage, a weight disadvantage, then something to consider.
I mean, with your frame, dude, you would be a giant 70-pounder. You're so tall.
Eh.
He's like, that's a shitty ass cut. You get down to 70, you fucking old man. All right. Slayer, you took my Brojo hat. Did you steal Mason's hat?
Absolutely, 100%, no question about it.
Mason, he said, what are you gonna do about it?
No, I ain't saying that. He left it around though when I ran. That's not a man to mess with right there.
Yeah, no, Mason is a savage, dude, a true savage. Has he body locked you?
Me? Oh, we had a little competition one time, and we had a little legit wrestling match. But I won't tell you how bad I beat him on live. But no, he's a stud. He got me.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. His body lock's got to feel like an 80-pounder.
My feet were off the ground, that's for sure.
Yeah, he throws everybody, dude. That kid is something special, man. So let's get back to your guys' fight. And Mason already had his podcast. Stop stealing our glory, Mason. You're cutting quite a bit of weight. Do you think that's an advantage or a disadvantage going into this fight?
I told you I walked around at 215, 210, but I just came off the fight December 1st. Been being smart, feel good. So the weight cut's not too crazy. If you do it smart, I got a great coach, I got a great team. They'll be there by my side to help me out, get down there. Obviously, there's a lot of science in me, rehydrating and stuff like that. And I gotta, I trust my team, I trust my coach. So the weight cut isn't really a thing I'm worried about too often.
How do you feel about this, Phil? I mean, you're fighting natural at 185. It showed that you have a good chin. It's first fight, so it's hard to see how it affected your cardio. There's not really a lot of cut. Do you think that gives you a big advantage, not cutting?
Yeah, in high school wrestling, I wrestled 170, and then I broke my foot in April, and then that's why I got big. So I'm not really 185, go like an 85er. But I mean, I choose to fight at this weight, so shit happens.
Yeah, man, neither one of you guys want to give up anything. A lot of guys I like to cut because I got lots of cardio and my chin feels better. And other guys I want to be the big, strong guy. And both of you guys we'll see what happens. It doesn't make for a very good podcast, but that's awesome. That you guys are pretty respectful. And usually the guys that are super respectful, those are the fights that you really want to see because they've been holding it all inside and they just push it down and push it down and push it down. And they come out and they smash each other. So those are the kind of fights that are pretty exciting to watch. So we talked about wrestling so far. We talked about striking. So obviously we got to get into grappling now. Brennan, I saw that you did a grappling match in the cage, and you won by submission. What belt are you in jiu-jitsu? And tell me a little bit about your grappling.
I'm a blue belt. When I was in the Marine Corps, I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan. Walked into a room, was just gonna do some wrestling by myself because I was straight out of high school. Saw some guys hurting each other. That looks kind of fun. So got into that and trained with a guy named Shinji Morito out in Okinawa or out in Iwakuni, Japan, and he was the #1 black belt in Eastern Asia. So it was great to, start my training there. I got my blue belts out there, won a few tournaments, and then found Zach at Brojo, and kind of learn how to like do MMA jiu-jitsu, which is a whole different ball game. It's a lot different, but yeah, I'll give you some stuff. I feel pretty confident in my jiu-jitsu. I'm not really too worried about the ground game. I think that's somewhere he's not going to want to take it. So I'm more worried about striking and seeing what happens up there.
So you talk about you change your style a little bit. I'm a huge believer that MMA jiu-jitsu is really different. I'm a black belt myself, and I think MMA jiu-jitsu is like a lot different than the jiu-jitsu that you would like do in a gi. Obviously, you want to be on top and you want to be working more passing, and when you're on the bottom, you want to get to the legs or you want to get up. You don't want to be playing around any spot where you're in trouble. Do you think that's really changed the way you play jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, there's definitely a switch that needs to be flipped when you're going just like a regular jiu-jitsu tournament or regular jiu-jitsu practice versus like MMA jiu-jitsu. I mean, that goes with takedowns and like no matter what you're doing, everything switches.
Awesome. And now we're gonna throw it back to you, Phil. How do you think your jiu-jitsu is for in the cage?
Jiu-jitsu only works on the mat; it doesn't work on the feet. So, I've been rolling around with a few different people. I've been going to your gym, Caveman.
Yeah.
Y'all go to the same gym?
Yeah, he's been coming to me. He's just started grappling. I don't know what, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Been really grappling. You took all that time off.
Thanks for telling him that.
Yeah.
Well, man, I compliment you being a black belt, and now you're training with him, man. No, that's good. That's awesome. I respect everybody in the sport. I respect everybody's grind in the sport. I ain't gonna knock nobody for that.
No, dude, it's important that you get in and you get real training in. So he's been working at JT's and he's coming to me. Hopefully we get Armani over. Like, man, hopefully you come train after too, Brennan. If you're in town, you should jump in.
I'm like, huge on making contacts and friends after the fight. I'm definitely
dude. That Sunday, like hopefully you guys all come in. I mean, I don't expect you guys to come in like before the fight and get all banged up, but if you guys can still come in, like make your way in Sunday.
Absolutely.
Phil's got the best PJ game.
My whole drawer.
Every time Phil comes in, he's wearing pajamas. I don't know. Oh my God, you still got your Christmas pajamas on, bro? It's past the New Year.
Hell yeah.
You gotta wash those shits. Brennan, what do you think about guys that wear pajamas everywhere?
My Minion ones are my favorite. I got a black pair. I got a blue pair.
I got no comment on that one.
So, Brennan, you think you're gonna have the jiu-jitsu advantage? Do you agree with that, Phil, or do you?
Yeah, probably yes, 100%.
You think so?
But jiu-jitsu only works if you get it there. So we're gonna try not to get it there.
All right.
Two wrestlers not going to the ground. That's an interesting strategy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is working with Joe Taylor. Like, I don't know. Joe Taylor's like a real guy, man. I don't want to throw no shade his way. He's one of the best guys around for stand up. We'll see how it plays out in the cage though. Like, you guys have seen each other fight. You both got film. So, how do you think this fight is gonna play out, Brennan?
Kind of already said it's two wrestlers. I think that obviously he wants to stand and strike. I ain't opposed to that. We'll see what happens. But it's been a while since I've seen an MMA fight not go to the ground for at least a little bit.
And then, what do you think, Phil?
I'm chewing. I have something to prove to myself from the last fight. It really wasn't nowhere near what I'm capable of. The lights got to me. I'm training with a bunch of good people, like Brett. Brett came to the gym today. I was there this past Friday. I just can't wait. Get in there, and I wanna blow the roof off that place. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that gives me an awesome opportunity to talk about what Caveman's Corner does. So us here at Caveman's Corner, me and Ray, well, really me, because like I'm the one that funds Caveman's Corner. We give away $400 at the fights at least, and then we also trying to raise money to give away more. We haven't really raised too much money. We've been like giving away the last couple shows, but we'll give away at least $400. So submission tonight is going to get $100. Fight of the night, both participants in fight of the night is going to get $100. and knockout of the night is going to get $100. So that's from Caveman's Corner. That's not from K4. So everyone that comes on this podcast is eligible to win that bonus, and we're trying to help you guys out and make sure that you can get a couple bucks for at least coming out and fighting for K4. And it's something I want to do. K4 brings me in to commentate, so I want to give something back to them. I appreciate them a lot, and it's a good opportunity for me and Ray to get on the mic.
I respect that. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So Brennan, you trying to get knock of the night, KO of the night, or submission of the night, or fight of the night?
Man, money's money. I ain't gonna complain about none of that.
What about you, Phil? What are you looking for?
Fight of the night.
Fight of the night, man. It's gotta go all 3 rounds to be fight of the night. So if you guys go 3 rounds, I can imagine it being a fight of the night, because that means it's probably on the feet a lot, probably a lot of good exchanges, some great wrestling. Man, if you guys can go 3 rounds, I don't predict this one going 3 rounds either way. Like, no matter which one of you guys wins, like
I don't either.
Yeah, if it goes 3 rounds, this is gonna be a really, really great fight, I think. So what is your prediction for the fight, Brennan?
And I think Phil's already spoken his cardio and how it looked in his last fight. So
I've been working on it. I've been running. I promise.
I respect that. But hey, well, like he said, he don't think it's going to go 3 rounds. I mean, I think that means it goes to the ground at some point. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a good fight. I'm excited. I really am excited. I just want to go out there and have some fun. Make some friends, have some fun.
Man, that's the worst prediction ever. Make some friends, have some fun.
Hey.
Oh, man, it should be like, second round submission, or like third round KO. You're like, make some friends, have some fun.
Hey.
What about you, Phil? What's your prediction for the fight?
Stoppage of some sort.
KO.
Submission. Who knows?
KO.
Yeah, I mean, coach just told me not to throw a jab, so it's nasty after one day of training it. You got to see
what? One day training your jab?
Yeah.
I've been practicing my soccer kick. Like shooting for a takedown, bang. So
shit.
If that happened, that's KO of the night.
That changes everything. I got a big head. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, my head's not that big. So
it will be a 7.
I do have to say one thing about Phil. I've seen Phil spar a couple of times. He's pretty good at targeting the groin area.
Okay. That's not my fault.
I would definitely wear a cup, Brennan. Make sure you have a cup on.
Hey, he's tall. I got some teeps in my own, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully the rest are watching this.
What did you say, Phil? I missed that.
I said I love teeps. I've been working on my teeps.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tease you about your nut shot. I'm going to tease you on a broadcast about it, too. Like, stop kicking my guys in the balls.
Yeah, I've been kicking a lot of elbows lately. So that's not fun.
Yeah. That's one of the guys who kicks in the balls.
I kind of figured that one.
Yeah.
I didn't get Brett today.
No, you didn't get Brett today. Brett's not going to stand around and let you kick him in the balls.
No, he's not. He kind of scares me.
Yeah. Brett's a little bit of a scary guy.
He trains intense though.
What's that?
Like that was probably my best day of Muay Thai today.
Yeah.
He's just intense. Like he'll just be hitting me in the middle of drills. Just crazy shit. It gets me going. I love it.
Good. What is your future in the sport, Brendan? What are you looking to do in MMA?
I mean, I would love to see where it can take me, Obviously, if you take it serious enough and you do what you got to do to be the best in any sport, you can go in a lot of places. So, had a fight in December 1st, got one January 27th. Going to hopefully fight on February 17th for, what's that promotion? Matt Phillips, Gladius. So, hopefully we can keep the fights coming. We can keep the weight down. We can keep on getting the wins.
Awesome, man. Are you looking to turn pro and make a career out of it, or just looking to see what you can do?
I put my future in my coach's hands. So whenever he thinks I'm ready, and he thinks I'm ready for that jump, I'm going to fully trust him and support that and go pro. But until he thinks I'm ready, I'm just going to keep on putting my faith in him and see where he can take me.
All right, that's awesome, man. You Brojo guys are like programmed to say all the right things. Does your coach sit behind you with like a gun or something? You better say the right shit, man. Like,
it's just easy when it's a family, man. Brojo's truly a family, and I love all the guys there. I trust all the guys there, and it's really just like a family's the best word for it. We all want to
Yeah.
be the best. We all want to see what we can do with the sport.
Man, I like the way you guys sound. Phil, same question to you. What are you looking to do in the sport? I mean, you're a young ass kid. You got a big future in front of you. You're looking to turn pro. What's the future for you in MMA?
Yeah, that'll probably be a little bit. I just want to fight. I want to be as active as possible, barring no injury. So we're gonna get through this one, and we'll see.
All right, sounds good. I mean, K4's got a lot of shows coming up, so hopefully we can keep booking you guys, man. I put a word in with Keith that there's a lot of fights coming up this season. I think we got 6 fights this year, so their K4 is really ramping up. We got pro Thai fights on this card and pro kickboxing fights. So like you can go from amateurs all the way up through the pros here, and man, K4 is the best. January 27th is the date. We're 3 weeks out now, so man, time's cracking. Also, if you're watching this, please like and subscribe on YouTube. You can just go to In Caveman's Corner, go over there right now and like and subscribe. But that helps me out. To help the fighters out, when you buy your tickets, make sure you put in K4 Slater for Brennan. So if you put in K4 Slater, no space, he'll get credit for all the tickets that he sells. So that helps him fight. And same thing for Phil. So for Phil, it'd be K4 Pirinelli.
You got it.
I got it. How about that for spelling, dog? I passed the spelling test. So that'll give him credit for the tickets, and I'm sure Phil needs it because he's a poor kid and all kinds of stuff. I wish I could go to the tournament. I got a tournament for kids. I coach wrestling all that. So what, Pat? I coach wrestling all day, and then I go to the fights, man. Like, you can do it. You can make it happen. I know you're in PA, but it's not that far away. And then I'll give one of these guys some ticket sales. They'll definitely appreciate it. Part of being a fighter is selling tickets, man, and you got to put on exciting fights, and in the amateur levels, you got to sell tickets. So, like, you can keep getting on cards. So, hopefully we can help these guys out. Brennan, do you have any sponsors or anyone to thank for this fight?
Brojo, definitely 100% Brojo. If Shinji's watching this from Japan, definitely Shinji. He's the one that taught me, the beginning stages of jiu-jitsu. And Shinji, Brojo, and BCMA, Tandem McCrory. He was a great coach when I was out there. So a lot of respect to those guys.
The Barn Cat, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I used to train with him. When he took his crew test, I was there. Yeah, like he's an awesome guy. Tandem McCrory's a cool guy.
Great guy.
Yeah. Phil, same question to you. You got any sponsors or anyone to thank?
I got no sponsors, but Joe Taylor, he's fighting February 23rd. Everyone watch this. Go buy your tickets.
LFA, Legacy Fighting Alliance. That's going to be at the casino. Make sure you guys hook up Joe Taylor as well.
You, Caveman, for all the work. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I couldn't say thank you to you because you're training with my opponent. So
you can say thank you after the fight, man. Like, I love you guys.
After the fight, that's the deal. But depending on how it goes.
I love it. No matter what, dude. Like, doesn't matter. Then you can hate him, but don't hate me. Like,
he's not cornering me.
Yeah, I'm not cornering him. I'll be on
the
mic.
You got a handshake. That's a word.
Yeah, I'm not like I only coach Phil a couple times a week, maybe at the most. But hopefully it gets in more, and like we can, both you guys, man. I like to work with everybody, dude. There's nobody I don't like. I saw Phil fight last time. I was like, yo, you should come up, and he came up, and I'll say
I live like 3 minutes down the road too, which helps.
Yeah, that does help quite a bit, right?
Like,
yeah, and man, like you come in and you wear your pajamas and you look silly, but we're glad to have you. At least you don't have a fanny pack.
I wore pajamas for the fight. My last fight, I wore pajamas.
Yeah,
but I probably won't do it again.
Thank you.
All right, man. We appreciate you guys having you on the podcast. I know it's a short one, but the Bills are playing tonight, and we will have no viewership once the Bills game starts. So, any last words for your opponent, Brendan?
Wish you the best of luck, man. Appreciate you taking the fight.
Man,
Anything for you,
it's so
Phil?
weird. He looks and sounds like Justin Gaethje, bro. It's throwing me off. He looks and sounds like him.
I think he's a little bit bigger than Gaethje. Gaethje probably walks around like 15, 20 pounds lighter.
You're telling me he doesn't look like him?
A little bit.
Never heard
Not
that.
nerdy enough to look like Gaethje.
You said dirty enough?
No, nerdy
Nerdy?
enough.
Oh,
You look
with
too
his
cool to
glasses.
be like Gaethje.
I'll get some glasses next time.
Yeah. Get some glasses on and like a little bit like almost like a button-up shirt, and then you could be like Gaethje.
Gotcha, my bad.
Yeah, get some golf in, some golf clubs in the background.
You golf,
And hope I
Brennan?
can finally get you too. Let's see what happens.
What was that, Phil?
You a golfer, Brennan?
Do I golf?
You golf?
I'm 5'9" and fat, dude. We don't golf.
Do you golf, Phil?
I love it. I play over
man.
the summer. I play like 3 times a week.
Damn. You're crazy. I play frisbee golf.
You play what?
I play frisbee golf.
Frisbee golf?
Yeah, dude, I have a serious addiction to frisbee golf. Like, it's bad.
Tried throwing a frisbee one time. Never again.
You just throw people, right? Got the Mason Lewis
Right.
people throwing.
Unless it is Lewis, then I ain't throwing nobody.
All right, I got one more question. So, who do you guys think wins Mason Lewis versus Aaron Klein? I know who you're going to say, Brendan, but what do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I put money on Mason, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I watched
for
the
sure.
interview. That was a good interview. I mean, you guys are brown belt in jiu-jitsu. We all know that. But a dog's a dog, man. I got Mason all the way.
Yeah. And then what do you think, Phil?
I hope someone gets thrown. I hope someone gets knocked out. I think that double knockout.
Double knockout? Man, I told them guys if they get double knockout, I'll give them knockout at night and fight at night. Because I
haven't spoken to Mason or Aaron ever, so I don't feel like I don't want to be a dick.
Yeah.
Saying this.
I just talk shit, man. Like that's why I have the open gym so you guys can come punch me in the face later. So I like to.
You were beating my ass with one hand yesterday.
I did. I did beat you up with one hand yesterday.
Nah, that's crazy.
I can't throw it, dude. I gotta keep it glued to my face,
you
man.
were like it felt like you were running at me, but you were just walking the whole time. We probably did like 4 times just a round of you just punching me in the face.
Yeah, that was first time back in a while. Ray, where you been, man? Why are you missing this interview?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to Ray. Kind of disappointed. I remember when I was weighing in October, I just remember walking past Ray and he's like, wow. He said something. He was like, that's a big. He's like, he was surprised how big I was.
Yeah, you're a tall kid, man. It's gonna be it'll be hard to get in on you, to get you down. I think that's I was most surprised about how tall you are.
Really?
When I saw you at 85, you're so tall for 85. And Brennan, you look thick. So like it's an exciting matchup. Like the stylistic difference and like what you're both trying to do. Like I think this is a really good fight for K4. I mean, like I'm paid to say that, but I'm actually excited to see this fight too. Like it's easy for me to hype the fights because I'm excited to see all you guys fight. And honestly, I hope everyone does well. You know, it's hard for me because I like pretty much everyone. There's only a few people I don't like the 765 guys. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Well, not really, but I really don't hate you guys. So
no, so I remember we were talking about the gym that I asked you if people have talked shit on this podcast before, and you said them. So while I was playing Warzone, I was listening to the Skylar and the Josh podcast. Dude, just so gay.
Yeah, it is a little bit gay. I really like a podcast like this where everyone's respectful and we say what we gotta say, and like we're gonna go in a cage and tell it, so that, you know, like we don't need to talk a lot of shit. And I appreciate both of you guys for coming on, and I'll let you guys get out of here. Thank you so much, and we will see you January 27th. Remember, buy the tickets. If you book K4 and the fighter's last name, they are gonna get credit for the ticket sales. So like help these guys out, man. If you're gonna buy tickets, like give some money to the fighters because they're the ones putting on the show and they really deserve it. And we really want to see it. Skylar talks shit but can't show up. He did show up. He took his beat like a man. That's not true. He just tapped out early because he's mounted. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys fight night. I won't see you at the weigh-ins, but I'll see you guys fight night, and hopefully I see you before that, Phil.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right,
Thanks,
so
Brad.
I'll try not to beat you up.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. All right, let's
Peace
go.
out.
Bills in Miami tonight. Let's get in. The weight is going to be 185 pounds, Pat. All right. And we are out, guys.
Peace out.